Hey there everybody, this is Owen with Overtake, and today I wanted to show off our new Driveshaft carrier bearing bushing kit. Now, if you're not familiar with what these are, I can't really blame you, but these do solve an issue on virtually every Subaru. So I'll show you where they go in just a minute. We'll get into the unboxing here real quick. Got a nice bag here. And then inside we have our sticker and then just our 4 sleeves right here, about as simple as it gets. So you'll see there are male and female ones. There's 2 pairs, 1 for each side of the drive shaft. Now, if you're not familiar with where these go underneath the car, your drive shaft's carrier bearing is right here in the middle of your drive shaft and essentially just supports the middle there. So these bushings are actually going to be replacing the 2 bushings on the outside of this brace here. Now, these are just soft rubber from the factory, so there is a good amount of play. These are gonna really lock that down. So you'll notice that these are actually eccentric, where this hole is off center, and that allows us to shift kind of positioning side to side of this carrier bearing. Now, from the factory, your drive shaft is not perfectly straight, but that is not very efficient having this kind of knuckle in the middle. If we shift this and straighten out your drive shaft, it's actually going to increase driveline efficiency, making it easier for your vehicle to put power to the ground. So like I mentioned, the carrier bearing is right up here in the middle, but there are a few things in the way. We have our mid pipe for our catback that I'm going to drop out of here, as well as this heat shield that is just held in place with several 12mm bolts. Then we'll be able to get at the carrier bearing here. So nothing to it but to do it. Let's start getting this off. So now that I have everything removed here, it's way easier to see that kink in the drive shaft. It kind of comes over to the driver's side in the middle here and then kicks back over to towards the center of the car. So getting into the installation of the bushings, I just need to remove these 2 14mm bolts here, drop these out, and then I'll be able to get those factory bushings out of here. This loosened up, you're going to notice these bushings are usually pretty tight in here and they can get a little crusty over time, so it's going to take a little bit of trouble to get them out. But you can just get in there with a screwdriver or a small pry bar and you can get these pried apart. So now you can see I've got the 2 halves of that second bushing out. Now I can go ahead and start getting the Overtake bushings installed and get everything else put back together. So here we can take one of the mated pairs of Overtake bushings and just kind of get them installed in place, just like that. And then grab one of our factory bolts and run that up through. Right now the alignment doesn't really matter. We're just gonna go get that started up top. And then we will repeat the same on the other side. And just kind of twist these into place. There we go. Just so we can get this bolt started here. So once I have those bushings kind of loosely in place, I can actually move them around so that I can center up the drive shaft here. So I'm going to take a step back and take a look at the line here. And it looks like I'm pretty well dead on. So if anything, I'm going to twist them a little more this way to move the drive shaft even further towards the passenger side of the tunnel. And I think that's looking pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and get these factory bolts tightened right back down. So now that we have these bolts nipped back down, I can go ahead and get them retorqued to the factory torque spec of 38 foot-pounds. So as you can see here, with those bushings in and fully torqued, we have the drive shaft in a much straighter line. That is just going to be less of a chance to bind, less wear and tear on your drivetrain, and also just a lot more efficient for the engine to put the power to the ground. Now, if you are interested in picking up a set of these OVERTAKE drive shaft carrier bearing bushings, we will have a link down in the description. The great thing is they fit just about every Subaru from 2002 to the current year. So there's a good chance they're going to fit your car and fix some issues for you. If you're enjoying what you're seeing here on the channel, make sure to follow along at OVERTAKE USA on all our social media profiles.